Hai, Assalamualaikum. Anda bersama dengan saya, Nurulhana Ismail, dan anda sedang menyaksikan Bisnes Alternatif. Hari ini kami membuat rakaman dari Rhythm Hues Senior Manager di Cyberjaya, di mana hari ini kita perkatakan tentang eksplorasi industri kesan visual khas di Malaysia. Dan bersama-sama dengan saya ialah Senior Manager Rhythm Hues Senior Manager, Encik Hasnol Hadi Samsudin. Terima kasih. Thank you for being with us in Bisnes Alternatif, and thank you for inviting us here. Such a beautiful decorated office you have here. Right. It reminds me of the movie Inception. Right. I was told that Rhythm Hues was responsible to do all the CGI for Life of Pi.
Yes.
Which was, and the movie is now nominated for Oscars and also Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Now let's talk about the exploration of this industry, the CGI industry in Malaysia. How big is this industry? How huge is it?
Well, I would say that the visual effect industry in Malaysia is at the moment still very nascent. I mean, we are one of the first international VFX companies that opened in Malaysia. But again, but also at the same time, in terms of the creative industries or the digital content industries, Malaysia has been on the map for quite some time.
Okay.
I think
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when we looked at it, I think maybe about 10 years, 11 years ago. There's a lot of animation projects that have happened in Malaysia from Les Copas. Les Copas open in Ipe,
right. Yeah, of course.
And then Saladin from also from the MDEC at that time, which also got nominated for an international Emmy. So Rhythm Hues back in 2007 was contemplating about looking and opening another office in Malaysia. Not just in Malaysia but internationally. We have an office in Mumbai, Hyderabad, which we established about 11 years ago. So we were contemplating about looking at another studio, and we were attracted by MSC Malaysia, and we were attracted by sort of the talents that were available here already. Schools like Multimedia University, Lim Kok Weng, or the One Academy were already creating talents for the industry. So we saw that sparkle in the local industry. We saw the animation is happening in Malaysia. So we thought, we could work with the local talents here, work with the local industry here to actually develop the visual effects industry in Malaysia. So we're very happy. We've been here since 2009, April 2009. Almost 4 years already here in Malaysia, and we're about 150 people strong now. 95% of them are local Malaysians, and they've been working on Hollywood films since day one. Starting from Alvin and the Chipmunks, the sequel, and now I think 19 films later, which included X-Men First Class, which included Yogi Bear, Hop. They worked on,
I didn't know that.
And Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah, Snow White and the Huntsman, which also was nominated together with Life of Pi this year for the Oscars. So we're very proud to be in Malaysia. We're very proud to be a Malaysian. Although it's a foreign country, we're very proud to be Malaysian. And I think that there's a lot of potential for the VFX industry to also grow in Malaysia right now.
Great stuff you guys are doing here. Okay, so I think, is it safe to say that Malaysia is steadily thriving in terms of this in CGI industry? Is it safe to say that?
It's very safe. I think we should be very positive about it. If you look, what's happening in the industry right now. I mean. And our brothers in the KRU studios, did work. Had recently come up with several films which use heavily CGI into their films, from Menemuramah to 29 February, and coming up soon Vikingdom. So this shows that even local industry is really pushing into getting CGI into their work to enhance their stories. So I think this will just be for the industry to really accelerate in Malaysia. Also at the same time, recently, I think last year, the Ministry of Communications, Culture and KPKK essentially launched saying that by this year we'll be launching the filming incentives. So 30% production incentives to encourage foreign productions and local productions to actually do filming in Malaysia.
In Malaysia, right.
And this will actually again accelerate the industry. plus, you know, what's happening in Iskandar with Pinewood Studios. You know what's happening there. So essentially, all these things actually help build the ecosystem, and we're very proud to be part of that ecosystem, and we think that we can go a lot further here in Malaysia.
You are steadily thriving here.
Yeah.
I have so much catching up to do with you, Encik Hasnol Hadi, but we'll be taking a short break.
Sure.
Okay, selepas ini Bisnes Alternatif, jangan ke mana-mana. Kita akan bercakap tentang eksplorasi industri ini di Bisnes Alternatif. Jangan ke mana-mana. Bertemu kembali di Bisnes Alternatif. Kita sekarang tengah bercakap tentang industri, eksplorasi industri kesan visual khas di Malaysia, dan eksplorasinya bersama-sama dengan saya ialah Senior Manager Rhythm Hues, Mr. Hasnol Hadi Samsudin. Okay, just now we talk about that this industry is steadily thriving. Okay, and we've seen that the government has been very supportive in giving incentives, and also we've seen that local production starting, have ventured into this industry as well, and also the foreigners have come from Rhythm Hues, to open a branch here. What's next? What's next?
What's next will be a lot of things about growth, and at the end of the day, there are two things that we need for growth. One is to make sure that the available talent are actually getting enough training and enough skill level for them to actually excel.
Okay. Now we talk about available talents.
Right.
Do you think that our educational system here is ready?
I would say that we have a basic platform, and what we've been doing as a company, Rhythm Hues, and also some of the local companies right now, is that we've been engaging with the local institutions, working with the local institutions to actually elevate their skill levels. For example, what Rhythm Hues had recently done is we do a program called the Faculty Education Program.
The Faculty Education
So
Program.
essentially, we go to the local universities, the partners, and bring them into Rhythm Hues, and actually bring them, bring the lecturers and bring the tutors into Rhythm Hues for a week. And what we do is we actually go through the whole visual effects pipeline and what we expect from their students. And we do this almost on a quarterly basis, so that we get them to do different parts of the pipeline. One thing that we pride ourselves in as a company is that we look as if we can do everything within the whole visual effects pipeline. So we have different departments that we have. So what we do is when we bring those tutors in or lecturers in, we teach them, okay, this part of the pipeline, this is what we expect from your students. They need to be good at this. So that when they go back, they're able to tell their students later on, if you want to work for a company like Rhythm Hues or any other company that is looking at doing world-class work, they know exactly what they need to do and what to be prepared for. I think that is one thing that we're happy to do. And the only way for the industry to grow in terms of making sure that the talent is available and have the right attitude and the skills to actually do the work that we're expecting them to do.
I think it's good the fact that you guys make an effort to do this collaboration with the university, so as they are prepared, they make themselves, their students prepared, and also come up with a better syllabus as time goes by. Okay, in terms of technology, are we ready, or how far are we now?
And I think this is where companies like Rhythm Hues is always going to be ahead as compared to maybe local companies. And although technology is becoming more and more mainstream, but it's still a cost to our local studios. To buy a license would, you don't just buy one 3D software license. You're buying it after this for the next year and the next year, because you have to renew the license, and this is a running cost to the companies, and this will actually impede the growth of the companies. Let's say if I suddenly suddenly got a job and I want to increase from 50 people to 100 people, and have to buy 50 more licenses, and it's a running cost to me. It's costly. It's an operational cost to me, and I would have to think 3 times, 4 times before I think about growing that. And what happens when the project goes away? So technology becomes an impediment. So what our company has been doing, for the past, our company has been around for 25 years already. We celebrated our 25th. We've built our own technology. From day one, we're using our own proprietary technology, and we've been building our own technology.
Build your own software.
Build our own software, and we have our own software developers and all. So what happens is that if we want to suddenly grow, that we suddenly need another 100 seats somewhere else, we can just automatically bring, just replicate the software and don't have to figure out about licenses. But the local studios would have this problem. So that's why one of the things that we're working on right now is what we call CAVE, a cloud animation and visual effects platform.
Cloud animation and visual effects platform. What does this do?
Yeah, so what we're doing in Taiwan is working with one of our partners there to actually put all our software and put all the rendering power into the cloud, so that anybody can access that software. So what we're trying to do is that offer that software to local studios, to anybody who want to tap onto sort of the know-how that we have. Not free, maybe free to the universities or to the students, yeah, just for them to understand and learn from it. But it will be at lower cost, yeah. And for sure, something that we can work with the local government here is to actually bring that, sort of world-class solutions to our local studios, so that they don't have to worry about, upgrading the software and whatever it is, and that cost will be borne by the cloud animation and visual effects platform.
Right. Mr. Hasnol Hadi, last but not least, what is your hope for this exploration in the of visual effects industry in Malaysia?
Well, my hope is very simple. At the end of the day, it's not just local guys working on international projects such as what's happening with Rhythm Hues, but we want local content to be at the same level as what's happening out there. If we want to see is an Oscar for a local Malaysian film.
Yeah, we want to see that as well.
So that's that should be our big, hairy, audacious goal. At the end of the day, and I think these are just the steps that we need to create. Having Pinewood, having those incentives, those are the steps that are needed for us to actually achieve that. So.
Great stuff you guys are doing here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Baiklah, saudara, itu sahaja masa yang kita ada di Bisnes Alternatif. Sebelum saya akhiri, apa kata kita lihat dahulu kod ini.